What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Coach K with the motivational tip of today. Control your anger. Got a story I want to tell you guys about how I let anger control me on a specific occasion. Normally, I'm really good at controlling my anger, of letting other people anger me. But yesterday, that wasn't the case. I had a employee to really kind of like get on my nerve. So I had got mad to this point where, so let me remind you, the employee is not my boss. They asked me to do something and I wasn't there to do it because I had to go use the restroom. So I come back out and there's a shipping box on the dock, right? There's a shipping box on the dock, but one of them was missing. By me working at FedEx and working at UPS before, if they don't have that box with them, nine times out of 10, it's coming on the next shipment. So this guy made a big deal out of that, and I was furious. And here's the thing: he made a big deal out of it because of an incident from the past where someone signed his name on a package, and we never received that package. So he wanted me just to keep a close eye on the door, make sure all the FedEx drivers and the UPS drivers make us sign or sign for the packages that they deliver. But I wasn't at the door, so I couldn't be there. So long story short, it pissed me off. And I was like, man, I said, you know what? I said, let me calm down. So I had to calm myself down. But the moral of the story is how my anger triggered everything that started to happen on yesterday. All right, so let me remind you, like I said, that triggered it. So I was furious because I was saying to myself, like, next time you come across me like that, I'm gonna have to check it. It's just pure point blank. Because first of all, you're not my boss. If you ask me to do something, it's a favor. It's not for me to do. It's not like you my daddy or something like that. So I say, all right. So, but anyway, as I left, I left the building, went to lunch, and I was furious. I was angry. So what I did was I went to lunch. There was a truck that was in front of me. All right. The truck didn't know where they wanted to go. So at first it was driving, and then it just stopped. Just stopped out of nowhere. And then it made a right signal to turn. They stopped hard, but at the same time, they made the right signal and they stopped hard. But then again, guess what they did? They cut it off and then went up to the next exit where I was going, which I was going to Burger King and they was going to Burger King. So I said, okay, all right. So after that, got in Burger King parking lot. There was also already a car already sitting there, just sitting in front of the door of Burger King. So the car that didn't know what they wanted to do went around that car, went into the drive-thru, and went in as far as, got in line, whatever. Then the car that was in front of the car decided to move up when I was about to move up. So at that point, I stopped. I just stopped because I got kind of angry and I stopped. I said, okay. So I said, let me just park. So as I was about to park, because I was angry at that, it just really got to me. So I was about to turn in real hard. The next thing you know, it was a car coming right on the side of me, and I'm like, oh man. So then that happened. So I stopped again hard. Then after the car passed, they were looking at me crazy. I'm looking at them like crazy, and they went around me. And then I just parked the car. I said, you know what? Let me just get out. Let me get out this car. Let me get out this car. So went in Burger King, whatever, ordered my whatever, and got out, back out. Then I went back out in a different way. And guess what? Guess what car was in front of me again? The first car that pulled out in front of me. Just stopped out of nowhere. Just didn't know where the hell it was going. And they pulled in front of me. I said, look at this crap right here. So at that point, I began to think. I said, you know what? I know what this is. I know it's all because of me. Because the moral of the story is whenever you're angry, you begin to attract a lot of things that's going to piss you off. And that's not just it. For my whole day, I was so angry. I was pissed off. At work, I was trying to knock loose a board because I was working on a project of building a slab rack. I was hitting it so hard because I was angry, but I wasn't breaking. I wasn't making progress because I was so angry, but I knew it. But once I stopped and really control myself and control my anger, I was able to get the hammer and hit it right, or hit the right spot in order for that piece of wood to come off that slab. So, but on top of that, then I had someone that was supposed to finish writing my book for me. They say they couldn't do it when we already agreed upon it. I gave her all the information and everything, and she said, "Oh, well, I can't do it for that amount because I just can't do it." I said, "What?" I said, "You know what? It's all right." So at that moment, again, I began to start thinking. I said, "All right, I know all this happening. It's happening because of me. It's happening because of my anger. Because it's happening because I haven't controlled myself, or I'm not controlling my anger. And I know being in control of me and my anger, I know what it brings." So as the day go on, at the same time, my girl seemed like she wasn't understanding me and this and that, and I was just angry. But again, every time anything that will happen that day, I will bring it all back to me. I will tie it back to me because I know it all started because of how angry I was. And like I said, like attracts like. So the thing about law of attraction, remember, you always attract what you like. You always going to attract that anger or that person or that situation that's going to piss you off, that's going to do everything in its power, because guess what? You are attracting that. So once you do yourself a favor, if you're angry at someone, if you angry at a situation or stuff like that, and you see things that keep popping up left and right that keep pissing you off, guess what? It's you. You got to change your mindset. You got to change, or also too, which is a very important part, you got to also recognize that it's you. It's not the other person. So once you learn that and understand that it's not the next person that's pissing you off or making you mad, or you are in control of you, guess what? You can turn it off and change your whole day. So, but normally, like I said, I normally don't give anyone that control, because I normally pay attention when I get angry, or I control me more because I know I'm the attractor. So, but at the same time, sometimes, some days it just ain't gonna go right, and that's just part of life. So, but the next day though, you know what you did, you know how you need to correct it, and you know that you are responsible. So the best thing to do the next day, or even that same day, because it's not really the next day, you need to continue to work on changing your mindset, or not being angry that same day, so that way you won't carry over to the next day. Because at the same time, I was thinking about all the things I wanted to say, how I was going to say it, just in case he said something again. I was thinking all that. And at the same time, I was studying, attracting different things that's going to piss me off or whatever. So, and I had to stop that. So make sure you pay attention to your anger. Make sure you don't let anger control you. This is Coach K. Don't forget, my new book comes out on October the 14th. Are You Unlucky? You can go ahead and it's on pre-sale. Actually, it's on pre-sale on Amazon. You can check me out. LeBaron Kennedy, Are You Unlucky? Also on Smashwords. So remember, speak this over your day. This is the day which the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I believe this is going to be a wonderful day. I believe I can successfully handle all challenges that may arise. I feel good mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I am grateful for all that I had have, all that I shall have. Things will not fall apart. God is here. He is with me. He will give me strength to see it through. I thank God for every good thing. Peace.